The Honorable Mr. and Madam Speakers, distinguished guests, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon. First, I would like to welcome you all to this prestigious seminar about Do We Believe in Participant Neutrality? Before the presentation begins, allow me to introduce the presenters. Our first presenter is Mr. Rosaidie. Our second presenter is Miss Nurul and Syuhada. Third, Miss Nurul Nafisa Syawallyani. And our last but definitely not least presenter is Miss Lavenne Unyang. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our first presenter. He will deliver a presentation entitled Participant Neutrality in Qualitative Research. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Rosaidie.
Hello, my name is Rosaidie bin Halim and matrix number 81060, and on the topic of participant neutrality in qualitative research, I am here to disagree with the statement that researchers should always strive to be neutral and objective in their studies. I will argue that this is an unrealistic and even undesirable goal, and that researchers should instead acknowledge and reflect on their own values, belief, and bias that shape their inquiry. First of all, let me define what I mean by participant neutrality. This is an idea that is researchers should avoid influence or being influenced by the participant that they study, and they should maintain a detached and impartial stance throughout the research process. This is often seen as a way to ensure validity and reliability of the finding. However, this is a flawed assumption based on positivist view of knowledge that does not fit well with qualitative research. Qualitative research seeks to understand people's meanings, experience, and perspective in particular contexts. Qualitative research is subjective, interpretive, and situated. In this case, axiology will help. Axiology studies ethics, aesthetics, and value. Qualitative research used to examine how our value influence our topics, method, question, data analysis, and presentation. Axiology help us consider the ethical implication of our research, such as how we respect the right, dignity, and autonomy of our participant. Also, how we handle sensitive or controversial issue, and how we promote social change or justice. Thus, qualitative researchers should embrace their subjectivity and reflect rather than pretending to be objective. They should disclose their value, bias, and research decision. They should also critically reflect on their research and seek feedback from participant peers and mentors. They should also cite supporting literature or theories. To conclude, I have argued that participant neutrality is neither possible nor desirable in qualitative research. I have suggested that researchers should adopt an axiological approach that recognize and reflect on their own value and their role in the research process. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rosaidie, with the best opinion about this topic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our second presenter, Miss Nurul and Syuhada. She will deliver her opinion about this topic.
Axiology, in the context of naturality, is merely about a researcher becoming aware of his own values during his research to reduce any bias that his own judgment could cause. Axiology also is the study of values and value judgments. In this context, how does the axiology of researchers influence participants during research? In my opinion, the researcher should be transparent about his research to the participants. They should explain honestly and correctly about the research to the participants without trying to influence the participants with his own ideology or beliefs and let the participants have their own opinion. As a result, participants will make transparent and honest opinions or decisions. In conclusion, researchers will trust the participants completely because they practice research method axiology in conducting their research.
Thank you, Ms. Nurul and Syuhada. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our third presenter, Ms. Nafisa Syawallyani. She will deliver her opinion about this topic.
Hello, my name is Nafisa Syawallyani binti Rusli, nomenclature 80893. I want to share in this forum why do I believe in participant neutrality? Because ethical and rigorous research requires it. Ethically, we must protect the rights and well-being of our participants and recognize their agency and diversity. We must rigorously produce accurate, trustworthy findings to inform policy and practice. Neutrality protects participants and audience from harm. How do I practice participant neutrality? By following some basic guidelines such as obtaining informed concerns from participants and clearly explaining my research, using methods and tools that fit my participants' context and needs, and minimize my intervention, being reflexive and transparent about my personality, values and limitation as a researcher and how they may affect data collection and analysis, triangulating my data sources and methods to verify my finding, resolve discrepancies, seeking feedback and verification from my participants or other stakeholders to ensure that I have interpreted and represented their views accurately and fairly. These are some reasons I hope the value participant neutrality in my research. I believe by doing so, I can contribute to the advancement of the knowledge in a respectful and responsible way. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nafisa Syawallyani. Let's welcome our last presenter, Ms. Lavenne Unyang. She will deliver her opinion about this topic.
I am Lavenne Unyang Mali with matric number 81836 from Program Politics and Government Study. First, I would describe value neutrality as described by Max Weber. It's the duty of sociologists to identify and acknowledge their own value and overcome the personal biases when conduct sociological research. Due to our forum question, in my opinion, I don't believe in our participant. It is because they can give full information. Public participants provide participants with the information that they need to participate in meaningful way, but we do not know whether they give the correct information or not. The process for public participants does not really seek out experience and perspective in particular context and the facilities the involvement of those potential affected by or interested in decision. Then, the public participant does not directly communicate to participants how their input affected the decision. Lastly, it is also because of uncertain purpose and decision making not clear. The participant process might be driven by a shared purpose or not unclear with the nature and scope of the participant, thus clearly define practice research method for the research question. That's all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally we come to the end of presentation. We would like to say thanks again for all the presenters for their informative and interesting talk and to audience for your active participation. Hopefully, this presentation will be beneficial for everybody. Thank you for your attention. Good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.